Hi there, kids. Welcome back. I hope you had a look at the submission process and you understood how to go ahead and make your submissions. I hope it made it very, very clear for you to do so, and you have been doing all of your submissions on time. All right, so let me introduce you to what we're going to be doing today and a little bit of recap of what we did in the last class and how we're going to go ahead and continue with the course. So last class we went ahead and learned how to do some sketch pen art with the topic of leaves. And in this class, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going ahead and learning how to use sketch pens to go ahead and do flowers, so illustrations of flowers, right? So this time no drawing, just a lot of coloring using our sketch pens, right? Perfect. So one thing that I want you to keep in mind is that I want you to attend all of your classes so that you can go ahead and learn each format nicely. Once you learn to go ahead and do so, I would also like for you to go ahead and make all of your submissions like shown earlier, how the process of the submission process is. To follow that submission process and make your submissions, I want you to go ahead and do your work really, really nicely and neatly so that it's hard for me to go ahead and pick the top 10 that I pick of every class. And finally, I want you to attend the whole course and make all of your submissions so that you can go ahead and get a certificate by the end of it. All right. All right. So I'm so happy to have you guys here, and let's start with today's session. So for today's session, let's go ahead and first talk about all the materials that you need, and then we can go ahead and start with the process of creating our flowers that we wanted today. So firstly, like always, the first thing that we need is a sheet of paper. Here I'm using my sketchbook. You can go ahead and use 100 or 200, 100, a 150 GSM sheet of paper, whatever that you have around. If you do not have that, like I've always mentioned, go ahead and use an A4 size sheet of paper, and that would work wonderfully too. The next thing that you need, like I'm showing you right here, is a pencil to just go ahead and draw the lines in the center. Or if you need any references here and there, then you need a pencil with you. The next thing that you need for today's class is a scale for going ahead and drawing the center line so that you can divide your sheet into two and we can do beautiful pieces of work. Lastly, the thing that you will need is sketch pens. So all the sketch pens that you have with you right now, go ahead and grab them, and that's what we're going to be using in today's class. So if you don't have any of these things around with you, just go ahead, grab them, and come back so that you have all of your materials ready to work with. Yep, does everybody have their materials? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I see that everybody has their materials and we can get started. So first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and divide a sheet of paper into two parts like we always do. So take your scale, take your pencil, and just go ahead and draw a standing line so as to divide your sheet into two parts. So you have one section and then you have two sections. Perfect. So your sheet should be looking something like this. Perfect. I think everybody's done a good job. And let's continue. So let's start with the first piece today that we're going to be doing. The three colors that we need for our first piece today is a yellow, orange, and green. These are the three colors that we're going to be using today. So just grab those three colors of sketch pen. If you feel like you don't want to use yellow, orange, and green, and you want to use any other two colors, then definitely keep the green, but you can switch over the other two colors for anything else that you like. Yep. Once you have that, let's get started. The first color that you're going to be grabbing is your green color marker. And with your green color, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and draw a semicircle like this with a line on top and coloring it in. So just have a look as to what I did there. I went ahead and did a semicircle like a cup basically and draw a line on top. So except for the handle, we haven't drawn the handle here, just the curve, the line on top, and then we're just filling it in with the green as is. And this is what we're going to go ahead and repeat a couple of times. So that's the first one. Curve, line, and color it in. So that's two. Same thing one more time. And I'm going to do one more. Now, the placement as to where you want to go ahead and do these views is completely up to you. I'm going ahead and doing it at different spots that you can see. If you feel like you want to do it in the same exact spots that I have done it in, then that's fine. You can completely go ahead and do it in the same exact spots, but you can go ahead and vary as well. No problem as to where you go ahead and do the green semicircles that you're doing. So this is how your sheet of paper should be looking. You have 4 green spots in different places. Okay, everybody's done a wonderful job. Let's continue. The next color we're going to be taking is we're going to go ahead and take our orange color, and with the orange color sketch pen, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going ahead and using the balloon shape that we've always been using for quite some time now. So the balloon shape is going to be our basic shape for today, and that is what we're going to be using right now. So on top of each of those green lines that we have, I'm going to be drawing a balloon shape and coloring it in. So have a look at how I do that. So balloon shape, balloon shape, balloon shape, and balloon shape. And then once I have it like this, like each of them, I'm going to go ahead and color it in. If you have any spots here and there left over, just go ahead and cover those up. You don't want to have any empty spots here and there, and try to make it as clean and neat as possible. So as you can see there, I have all of them like a balloon shape I've done on each of them. So now I have 4 balloon shapes. So you want it to be till here. I think everybody's doing a good job. Very nice. Okay, once you're done with this, we're going to move on to the next color, which is yellow. Now, taking yellow, we're going to go ahead and do some more balloon shapes. But what we're going to do it is we're going to do it right next to the next to the oranges. Just that we're going to do 2. So 1 and 2. Perfect. So you see how we've just done like 2 balloon shapes right next to the orange. That's all you have to go ahead and do. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here again, 1 and 2. And 1 and 2. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and color each of these in again. Perfect. So this is how it should be looking for you right now, wherein you've gone ahead and done the balloon shape with the yellow color. If you've taken another color, then you've gone ahead and done it with the other color, but basically 2 balloon shapes right next to the center one that you've done right there. If you've made any mistakes, take your sketch pens and go ahead and correct it out at this point of time. No problem if you have to go ahead and correct it out right now. The next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to go ahead and take our orange color and we're going to outline that yellow petals that we have drawn right there. So you can see I'm just outlining it over there. We're not going to color or anything now, just outlining it. Perfect. So now you can see how beautiful that is looking. We have 4 beautiful flowers now ready, don't we? And the combination that we have here is yellow and orange. I absolutely love how that's looking. So this is where I want you to come to with this. Now the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to take our green color and we're going to go ahead and draw lines so that all of the flowers are joining in with each other. So you can see I'm drawing one straight line down and I'm just connecting the others together, you know. So you can see down, like a normal plant, any plant that you have around in the house, you can see, you know, they'll all be connected to one another. It's exactly what we're doing right here. So if yours are in like different spots and you can't bring them all together and connect them, that's okay. Just do straight lines down as if you have the stems of the flowers. Once you're done with that, I want you to take the same green and I want you to just draw a few lines coming out here and there to make it look like, a beautiful plant, right? So just a few lines coming out here and there, like grass. And that's it. So you can see I just took my sketch pen, went ahead and did a few lines here and there, and now it looks like a full beautiful plant of flowers, doesn't it? So here we have our finished piece when it comes to the first one. Isn't it looking beautiful and nice? Now here, if you feel like, you want to add something more to it, then you can obviously take your dark green color and add in a few lines here and there. But I wanted to keep it really simple and nice for you, and hence I just did 3 colors for this piece. So here we're done with this piece. If you have made any mistakes here and there, just grab your sketch pens and correct it right now so that you don't have to worry about it later when you're making a submission. Yep, I think everybody's done a good job and we can move on to the next one. So for the next one, we need 4 colors this time. I want you to pick out a pink, I want you to pick out yellow, I want you to pick out green, and I want you to pick out black. So those are the 4 colors that we're going to be using today. If at any point of time you don't have a particular color, you can definitely go ahead and switch it out for any color. It's just that try to make sure that if it's a light green, then use a lighter color. If it's a dark green, then use a darker color. So if you want to switch it out, that's completely fine. But light colors will be in light colors, dark colors will be with dark colors. So grab these 4 sketch pens and let's get started. The first color that we're going to be using is yellow, with which we're again going to go ahead and draw a shape like so. So again, curve and straight lines. What we did earlier with the green, the first step that we did, same thing we're going to do here. It's just that we've gone ahead and done a big one here. So that's your first step. Once you're done with that, I want you to go ahead and color the whole thing in. Like so. Once you're done with that, we're going to go ahead and take the next color that we need. The next color that we're going to be taking is pink, and we're going to be going ahead and doing the petals all around. So now the shape that you're going to be following is exactly similar to what we did earlier, which is the balloon shape. So let me show you how you're going to add in the balloon shape. We're going to go ahead and add in one balloon shape right there and one more balloon shape right across. So 2, 3, and 4. So you can see these are the 4 balloon shapes I've gone ahead and done. This time, instead of going like a full balloon wherein, it's touching at the tips, what I'm doing is I'm leaving a little bit of a gap. So this is what you had to go ahead and do. So 4 petals we had to go ahead and draw with our pink color. Once you're done drawing the 4 petals with the pink color, I want you to go ahead and color each of those in. Nicely, patiently, neatly, go ahead and color them in. And look at how beautiful that's looking. So you should be at this space wherein you've gone ahead and colored all of your pink sections out. Now next, what we're going to do is we're going to take the next color that we have today and we're going to be taking black. Taking black, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and draw the stalk of the plant. So we've done one long line at the bottom. So first go ahead and do the long line at the bottom. Once you're done with the long line at the bottom, I want you to do a few short lines on top. So you could have seen how I went ahead and did a few short lines on top. That's what we're going to be doing next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many ever fit in for you? I want you to do that and then add in dots at the top of each of them using your pink color. So you can take black and do the dots if you want, but I'm changing it up to pink over here and doing it with pink. So you can see so easy that was. We did some black lines. One first was for the stalk. Then on top of the yellow, we went ahead and did 5 lines coming up. Then we took pink color and did all of your circles. Perfect. I think everybody's done a good job. Looking very nice. Good. Any mistakes here and there, if you've made any gaps that you have left with your colors, just go ahead and fill it up right away. Yeah, I think everybody's done a good job. Now next we're going to go ahead and take our green color and we're going to go ahead and draw some grass-like lines like how we did earlier with the earlier plant, again to make it look like a beautiful plant. So you can see I've just gone ahead and done some lines going out here and there. You can do it however you like, no issues. If you want to take a dark green color right here, you can take a dark green and do it, no problem. Perfect. I think everybody's done a good job. That was a very easy step for everybody to do. Now we're going to go ahead and take black again and we're going to be drawing inside our yellow color. Now inside the yellow color, it looks a little empty. So we're going to go ahead and draw a U first, like so. And once the U is done, I want you to go ahead and draw like clouds. Curve, 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 curve. So have a look as to how I do it. Curve, 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 curve. That's it. So first thing that we did was we draw a U in our yellow. And then we did like in our clouds, how we do curve, 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 curve. Perfect. That's it. And then we're going to go ahead and take the same black marker and draw a few lines coming out in those petals. If you feel like you don't want to do this, this is completely fine. You could leave your flower as is it was earlier, or you can go ahead and add in these two lines that I've added in the petal. So I'm waiting here for a second so that you can go ahead and make any corrections if you need to right now. Any spots that you have missing or anything that you have missing, go ahead and fill it in right away so that it's easier for you to go ahead and make your submission later. All right, I think everybody's done a good job and it's looking neat and looking beautiful. So well done, everybody. Now let's move on to the next one. So first I want you to go ahead and take a fresh sheet of paper, and like always, we're going to go ahead and divide our sheet of paper into 2 halves. So take your scale, draw a standing line on top like I have done right here so that you have 2 sections to your page once again. So if you're done going ahead and drawing your standing line for the center of your page, or if you needed to go run and grab a page and you've grabbed it, go ahead and draw your standing line. And whoever has done drawing the standing line, go ahead and grab the colors that I'm showing you right now, which is pink, purple, green, and black. So those are the 4 colors that we're going to be using for the next piece: pink, purple, green, and black. Okay, I think everybody's done drawing their center line and everybody has grabbed their colors. Yep, so let's get started with the third piece of the day. The first color that we're going to be going ahead and taking is pink color. Now, taking our pink color, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and draw a simple circle, and we're going ahead and coloring it in like you can see right there. So simple circle we went ahead and drew, and we went ahead and colored it in like normal. Nothing complicated, nothing hard over here. Once you're done with this, the next step that I want you to do is we're going to be continuing with the pink, and we're going to be going ahead and drawing simple petals coming out. So all around, petal, 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 petal. Like a normal flower, nothing complicated. So like you can see, like a normal flower, what I've gone ahead and done is I've taken my pink and I've gone ahead and drawn the normal petals. Now, once you're done drawing all of your petals, I want you to go ahead and color it in with the same pink color. Perfect. I think everybody's getting a hang of how to do this. This is a very, very simple process that we're following for this flower. So like you just saw, first we did the center circle, we colored it pink in color, and then we went ahead and did petals all around, and we've gone ahead and colored it with pink. Once that is done, we're going to go ahead and take our purple color next. That's going to be the next step. Taking our purple color, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and outline, almost outline actually, not fully outline. So you can see almost outline. Almost go ahead and outline our pink color. So you don't want to end it all the way because this is the shape that you're going to be continuing all around. So each of these pink petals that you have around it, you want to do one more petal of purple color all around. So see the design that you will get here. So curve one by one, slowly do your curves. This might be a little hard, so slowly go ahead and do each curve. If you feel like you want to go ahead and turn your book at any point of time, please do go ahead and turn your book. No problem if you need to do so. So look at the pattern and design we have right here. We've gone ahead and around the pink, each of them we've gone ahead and done with the purple lines. Now doesn't it look like within the pink, within the purple flower, you have a small pink flower that's there? Yes, that's the look that we're going to be going for right here. So if any mistakes have been made or you want to, go ahead and you're still drawing it, then go ahead and do it. I'm waiting for you 5 seconds. All right, everybody's done a good job. Now let's continue. Now we're going to go ahead and take the same purple and we're going to go ahead and color it out. So you can see first what I'm doing is I'm outlining the pink part of it so that, I don't cover the pink part of it. And then I'm simply going ahead and coloring the empty white spots. Perfect. So look how nice and beautiful that is looking now. We basically went ahead and did another flower coming out on the outside over there, and that's looking beautiful. If you still have to go ahead and color, go ahead and color right now. I'm going to wait for you till you go ahead and color it out. Try to be as neat and nice as you can be with this. Don't try to be too fast and make a mess out of it. It can be a little tricky to be within the lines, but it's completely okay to mess up a bit. Once you're done with this, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take our black color. And using our black color, in the center, I'm going to go ahead and do a few dots, like the pollens of a flower. Like that, we're going to go ahead and do a few dots here and there. So take your black color and do all of those dots neatly. You don't want to do too many dots. You don't want to do too little dots as well. Perfect. Now taking your black, I'm going to go ahead and draw the stalk of the flower like we have been doing for each of them. So nice, simple stalk going up like this. You can just draw a straight line also. That also completely works. No problem about that. Once you are done with that, I want you to go ahead and take your green color and we're going to go ahead and add in some leaf. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our balloon shape like we have been using till now and drawing our leaves out. So you can see I've drawn two leaves, both balloon shapes, one curve, two curves. So one on either side. And then same thing, I want you to go ahead and color it. That's it. Balloon shape, one curve this side, one curve that side, and fill it in with the same green. So if anybody has made any mistakes, I'm going to wait for a second before we move on to the next colors that I was going to show you right there. Let's see if anybody's still doing something and needs to, finish up so that it's easy for their submission. Okay, I think everybody's done a good job and we can move ahead. Yes, let's move on now to the last and final flower that we have right here. So the colors that you need for the last one is very, very simple. Only three colors for this one. We need red, dark green, and black. If you feel like you want to go ahead and take another color instead of red and you want to take pink or you want to take yellow or you want to take green, go ahead and do so, no problem whatsoever. If again, instead of green, dark green, you want to take light green, that's also completely fine. But black, you will need to use black itself. So let's get started. The first color that I'm going ahead and taking is a red color, and using the red color, I'm going to go ahead and draw U's. So I'm doing one U, two U a little bit on the side, and one more U right in the bottom. So 1, 2, and 3. So that's the first step that you have to go ahead and do. Take your red color sketch pen or any other color that you have gone ahead and picked out, and then go ahead and draw 3 U's. And try to make them on the bigger side. You can see they're not very small that I've drawn them. I've drawn them quite big. So these are going to be your flowers. Once you have gone ahead and done all of these U's, what I want you to do is I want you to take the same red sketch pen, and what we're going to do is we're going to draw some triangle like mountains, like this mountains up and down, how we do triangles. That's the shape we're going to be following. So see how I go ahead and do it. So slanting line down, slanting line up, slanting line down, slanting line up. So you can see how easily and nicely I've done that. I'm starting from one side, slanting line down, then slanting line up, slanting line down, slanting line up, and joining it. So that's all, like a simple small mountain of sorts, triangles, right? Perfect. And that's what we want to go ahead and do everywhere. So all of them you can see have gone ahead and done so. Once you have done this, what I want you to do is I want you to take the same red sketch pen and go ahead and start coloring inside. Be patient with this. You don't want to go ahead and hurry or make any mistakes. Perfect. So you should have it till here. So once your mountains are drawn, we went ahead and colored it in. Try to be as neat as you can when it comes to this. Perfect. I think everybody's done a wonderful job. So now let's move on to our next color. The next color is basically black, which we're going to go ahead and take and draw lines with. So you can see I'm drawing the two lines coming out like so, and then I'm drawing a circle on top and coloring it in. So lines and then coloring it in. Few lines coming out and coloring it in. Wasn't that so simple to do? Take your black, few lines up, and then color it in. Perfect. I think everybody's done a good job. Now let's move on to the next step. The next step is going to be taking your dark green color, and then we're going to go ahead and draw a few lines coming out. So again, we want to make it look like a plant, right? So we're going to just go ahead and make a plant out of it by joining each one of them together. If you've done the 3 flowers like in a line, then go ahead and draw straight lines coming down. That's also completely fine. Perfect. Taking the same green color, we're going to be drawing some balloon shaped leaves like we normally do. And you can add in how many ever leaves you like. And once you're done adding in all of your leaves, go ahead and take the same sketch pen and color it. Like so. You can see so simply drawing the balloon shaped leaves and then going ahead and coloring it in. Isn't this plant looking all beautiful already and almost done? Yes. So let's just go ahead and add the finishing touches to it. Now we're going to go ahead and take our black color and I'm going to go ahead and draw 2 to 3 lines at the bottom of each of the flowers just to add in a little bit of a nice look to it. So just a few lines here and there to make it look beautiful. So you can see I'm doing few curve lines. If you don't think you're able to do curve lines and you want to go ahead and do straight lines, that is also completely fine. Once that is done, I want you to take the same black color and we're going to draw some center lines for each of those leaves. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So how many ever leaves you have, just go ahead and add in the center lines for each of them. And that's your flower set done. I'm just going to wait for 2 seconds so that if you've made any mistakes and you want to go ahead and, rectify them or, add or delete something, you can go ahead and do that immediately. Okay, I think everybody has done a wonderful job. All right, so kids, you have done a beautiful job. Today you went ahead and learned how to go ahead and do 4 flower illustrations using sketch pens. So some of them are plants, some of them were like, single flowers, and I feel like all of you have done a beautiful and wonderful job. So now what are you going to go ahead and do? The next thing that I want you to go ahead and do is, if you've left any gaps here and there and you feel like you have to go ahead and add or fill in color anywhere, go ahead and do that immediately with your sketch pens and go ahead and click that picture and put up your submissions, right? I want all of you to go ahead and put in your submissions so that, I can go ahead and pick the top 10 and you also get that certificate at the end of the course. So I'm going to leave you now with your submissions. I hope you have a nice day and you can go ahead and watch the submission process now. Bye.